Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe to the channel videos if you want content on GMAT or MBA journey. It has everything regarding different aspects of your application. Okay, in today's video, we are going to see a step-by-step walkthrough of IIM B's EPGP application. Most of you know what to fill in a form, but if you get some doubts or stuck, this would be a great guide to you. All the very best. Let's get into the video. So we'll have a look at the application portal. Once you have registered, you can click on the login option with all the details, the login details filled in, and just, get inside. If you're opening this, there will be a view of, to look at what information you have to fill, right? There are, cross marks on areas where you haven't filled the complete details, and if there is completed detail, there is a tick mark which indicates you have filled in all the details. This will be a great summary for you to actually look at before you could submit your application. So I actually uploaded my SOP before I could show you. I have filled in many details in all of these tabs also. So let's get started and get into the application. Okay. The first tab we are going to look at is the About Me tab. All the details are already, pre-filled from the registration. But what I would advise you to do is, before you go ahead and, look in all the details, just I would advise you to go to the Instructions tab, right? In the Instructions tab, you will be able to see instructions for filling in all the details in a very clear and explanatory, very detailed way. But I'm not going to go through each of these details here, because all of these are available in each respective tabs also. But you can get an overall view of how and what all details you need to fill in. If you have doubts also, you can refer to these instructions. So let us get to each of these columns, but also remember, the application will be considered complete only if all the documents are uploaded and also after your referees have submitted their references. If the referees take more time, your application will not be considered complete. Okay. So also remember, it is not only important for you to save the details, but also you have to submit the application, right? So these are things that you can look at from the instruction sheet. Then we are moving to the About Me tab, where there is a photograph. There is an instruction saying use an white background or an off-white background picture here. You are able to see in the instruction. And your preferred full name will be used in all official transcripts. So be careful while you're writing whatever your preferred full name is. So after that, you have details about category. Are you a person with disability? These are, information if you want to disclose for any, consideration in the admission process. And then there is another set of, details here. These details are completely optional and are used only to analyze, the applicant pool's demographics. You need not mention them. It is totally up to you if you want to mention it or not. The next tab is the Contact Details tab. In the Contact Details tab, you have to upload all your phone number, address, city, country, etc. This is the current address, and the permanent address you can mark it if it is the same as the current address, or you can fill in different details. The emergency contact and everything are pretty simple and straightforward. Then you once you're done with this, I have filled in all the details in this tab, so I'm able to see a tick mark here indicating that I have filled in all the necessary details. Okay, so but this indicates only the necessary columns or mandatory columns. So it is good for you to check column by column if you're filling the application, because sometimes which is not mandatory can also be an important information that you could have missed. So it is better to check that. And then we are moving on to the academic scores part of the application. Academic scores, the first one is your class 10 score, and you will be able to see all, instructions to fill in these details in this help menu. When you're filling major subjects, don't fill in all the subjects you have studied, but whatever, are the important or your choice of subjects that you had taken. something like that, right? So you have to, if you are filling in CGPA or something, you have to actually indicate how it is converted, and when you're uploading the document, the conversion mechanism also needs to be scanned and documented, right? So it is a pretty much similar thing for class 12 also. If it is class 11 or class 12, however it is in your board, you can actually look at that. So there are details which will help you, which is similar to 10th tab. And then is the university level tab. In the university level tab, I have already, uploaded my bachelor's degree, some random details. I will again show you the new detail that I am entering, right? So I'm entering whatever my specialization is. If it is a specialization, you say English. I'm just randomly typing something, right? Your discipline, if you really want to focus on, it could be, languages or whatever. Here I'm just typing it for. So here it will be specialization. If it is engineering, you call it engineering, computer science engineering, that is what goes to the discipline, right? And then your institute's name, I'm just mentioning my institute's name, and the university name is arranged in the alphabetical order based on your state. So don't go to, if I have to search for Sastra University, I should not go to S, but I should go to Tamil Nadu T and look for my institution's name, right? So that is what I'm doing here. Then you mention what type of university your university is and your degree completion year, all your final marks, class distinction, right? Whether you were distinction or whatever it is, right? So these are the details. Upload your score sheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm uploading an overall score sheet. I'm just using some dummy document here to show you. So once you have done that, you will be able to see term or year or sem wise details that you have to fill into the application. So I select term 1 and then, I finished it when, I completed it at which year, and then what my final marks were. Okay, some details here, and then you have to save. Likewise, you have to do for all the semesters or terms you have undertaken in your undergraduation, or if you have a post-graduation already. Once you have filled in all of these details, you move on to the work experience tab, right? So in the work experience tab, many people have a lot of doubts. So I will show you one, detail that I'm going to update here. So I'm going to update organization's name, the organization's type, and then the industry type, say manufacturing, your designation is engineer, and then whatever your roles or responsibilities are. So this instruction will actually help you fill in all of these. Your job responsibilities and your achievements at your workplace have to summarize in approximately 200 words in this particular area. So it should have both responsibilities and accomplishments. Though here they have mentioned only responsibilities, you have to include your achievements also. So your responsibility is what your job description says, and your achievement is what you have achieved against it. Say you are responsible to drive sales of a particular product. That is the roles or responsibilities. How many products did you sell in 1 year? That is your achievement. And then you mention your remuneration details here, and which month, which year, all of these details. International experience, only if you have worked abroad for a longer period of time on a project, then it is considered, on a paid project, it is considered as an international experience. Business trips, KT trips are not considered as a part of international experience. You need to mention the reason for change of work also, and upload a proof of experience. If you, most of you would not have quitted your job yet, so you would not have a leaving certificate. So if you don't have a service certificate, you have to include your first and last pay slips in a particular job role. The next one is, the next tab is a referee tab. The next tab is the references tab. For the references tab, I would ask you to fill in the referee if you want to know how to make the best use of, this particular feature of your application, the LORs or, the recommendations. I would advise you to watch the video that comes up on the screen right now, which will help you make a best use of this area in the application portal. Okay. So once you save this, you can actually see if you want to send an email immediately to the referee, you can click here and the email will be sent to them. Now I'm clicking here for you to see that the referral request sent to referee. I will also show you how it shows up in referee's inbox. So after that is you can fill in one more referee detail because two references are needed, and then you move on to the test scores. For the test scores, the dates between which the test had to be taken, all those details are mentioned in the help. And then you can say if for GMAT there are certain details that you need to fill in here. These all will be available in your scorecard. Then is the additional information where you have to fill in your extracurricular activities, awards and distinctions, and publications. Once you have filled in all these details, the character limit is being given here, right? If you have already applied to the program, you have to fill in this area that is actually given here. And then it is your application fee that you need to pay. The last part is your SOP. I have already, given something here. I can choose a different file for you to show. You can do any number of updations as required. And then is your interview preference. At the moment, the interview preference is only on video conference. You cannot do anything else. So that is clearly mentioned here. You don't have any other location preference. Once you have filled in all these details, from your biographic details, contact and everything, it will be ready for you to preview, your application. In the work experience also, there is another thing. In the roles and responsibilities, though the word limit is given as 200 words, the character limit, that this is an approximate word limit that they have given, which is 200 words, but the character limit actually is 2000 characters. You can go up to 2000 characters in this, text box. That is what I tried with multiple, text to know exactly the number of characters beyond which it does not accept your input, right? So once you have filled in all these details, you can go to preview application to see how your application looks like. Even in between, if you want to have a look at how it comes up in the final application, this is easy. You can just go to the preview application and just look at all the details that are given here. You can also download the application and share it with your friends or your guide or your mentor to get more feedback on the application as well. Once everything is done, download a copy for yourself and then click on submit application. Your application should be ready. And don't keep it till the last minute. There could be some technical errors also. So please do it before the deadline last minute. So I wanted to show you how your whoever has to refer you, right? The recommender is going to get the mail in their inbox. So this is going to be the mail that will be sent to them, and there will be a link to actually provide your referral. They can click on that and they will be asked for a passcode. There is a passcode mail also in their inbox. They can actually look at that passcode, give their passcode. It is going to open up a screen where they will have to evaluate you on the parameters that will be asked for. Now, the first thing is how long have you known the applicant and in what capacity? Your referee has to say they're your supervisors or they were your colleagues, team lead or whatever it is, right? And then this is a numerical quantitative assessment of how you have been in each of these parameters that they have given. These are mostly leadership skills and communication skills. Each of these has to be rated. So I would say try and kind of, it would be good if it is kept consistent with the rest of your application. And if you want to know how to make the best use of your LOR to, add strength to your application, you could talk to your recommender about it. So if you want tips on how to do that, you can watch the video that comes up on the screen. Apart from that, you also, the referrer or the recommender has also to fill details about the applicant's most outstanding talent or ability, and then chief liabilities and weaknesses. These two columns and even the general comments have a character limit of 3,500 characters. That is what I tried and checked. Though it is not mentioned anywhere, it limits only till 3,500 characters. This should give you a fair idea of what the recommender should fill in about you, right? Once this is saved, they can actually come back, edit it, and submit as a last, option. Once they have actually, filled in, they can come back and submit also. They have that choice also. So this is all about IIM B's application and, the referral portal, whatever will be sent to your referee. So if you need help, any last minute support in reviewing your application, giving you feedback or suggestions, please feel free to reach out to me on kayalconsulting@gmail.com. I leave the mail ID in the description box. All the very best.